You're here on News Today. Now, the Veterinary Service of Ghana has warned of more rabies-related deaths as it records acute shortage of dog vaccines. A total of 890 dog bite cases were recorded by the services in the last quarter of 2014, and 120 of the total cases were as a result of stray dogs. There are fears the number of cases could increase this year as the number of stray dogs continue to increase on the streets of Accra and other parts of the country. For instance, the Kolebu Teaching Hospital recorded an increase in rabies-related deaths in the year 2014 and expected to go up further this year. Dr. Boy Bashiru Kikimoto is Director of Public Health at the Veterinary Service, and he's joined me here in the studio. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
This problem we seem to be faced with, let's start off with the increasing number of stray dogs. How are we dealing with this, working with other agencies of government?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me to your studio. I'll use this opportunity to set the record straight. There was a mispresentation of certain facts as rolled out. For example, I'm the head of public health.
Head of public health, right?
Not director of public health.
Right.
Secondly, I never in my interview said the shortage of dog vaccines. There is a lot of dog vaccines in the country.
Which means it's untrue that
Yes.
we are faced with a shortage.
No. We have
the
so many. Even so far as I'm aware, we have more than 3 different types. We have the Nobivac, the Rabdomin, and Nobilis.
Have you always had so many?
Always. So far as veterinary anti-rabies vaccines are concerned, we always have. The problem may be with the human anti-rabies. So if you are talking about human anti-rabies, it's different too. So I even came here to set the record straight. That we have so much anti-rabies for vaccination of animals. We still have presently more than 120,000 virus doses of anti-rabies lying down in the head office, quite apart from those in the various regions which they are using to vaccinate dogs every time. So just to set the record straight. Secondly, I'll use your medium to let you know that the number of stray dogs that we had at the last quarter of the year, we realized that there were too many. But if you compare it to 2011, they are still less. So it is possible the data that we are getting are not correct. Thirdly, what I would like to say is that it is good for that you brought me here.
Wait. Elaborate on that second point.
Yeah.
The fact that the 2014
stray
dogs
cases.
It seemed high, but when you compare it to 2011, it's lower.
It's very low.
And you think that the data we have for 2014 could be wrong?
No, they could not be wrong, but is that if you look at the number that we have captured for this year, they are lower than if you compare with the 2011, where they were about 947. If you come to 2013, even they were over 800 and something. So if you look at this year, they are relatively lower. But that does not mean that the stray dogs menace is not a problem for us. It's a serious problem. Yes, it's a very serious problem.
Right. And so there are human.
Yeah.
No, we are short of human anti-rabies vaccines.
Even as I had a call yesterday from Kolebu, they now have received. But I think it was shot in December.
In December.
But they have got.
In December. Let's talk about the fact that we have the dog vaccines.
Yeah, we have so much.
And yet, the stray dogs we have are given infecting people with rabies because they are not vaccinated. Then it brings me to the question. How is the vet service working with other state agencies, for instance, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, to deal with the issue of stray dogs?
You see, it's good you ask this question. Every Metropolitan Assembly or District Assembly has its own bylaws. And these bylaws, they indicate that there shouldn't be stray animals just loitering around. Whether it's a dog or a cat or goat or sheep, they are not supposed to be loitering around. So what they need to do is that they need to collaborate with veterinary services in the various municipal assemblies and make sure they go around and vaccinate dogs. They should help, that this assembly should help the veterinary services to go and vaccinate all those dogs that have owners and those that are stray and that they can catch them, they can vaccinate them. But when they vaccinate them, you know, the veterinary service, they will register. And this assembly will also register, which means that they can tell us that, oh, during this campaign that we have done, we have vaccinated this number of animals. So that will also tell us that after they have finished the exercise, maybe for a period of 6 months, any other dog that they see, because when they vaccinate, they will give a tag. If they don't see that, if they don't see the dog having the tag or is not vaccinated, then that dog will be arrested. So which means that...
Whose job did you say that is?
The assemblies.
The assemblies.
Yes.
It means that we have some vet doctors
yes,
within the assembly.
Yeah.
How long have they been doing this?
Oh,
because they are supposed to report to you.
Yes,
anyway.
I can give you an example of one lady who was in Cape Coast Municipality, Dr. Sherry Elublu. She really worked very closely with the municipal assemblies and the regional, the metropolitan public health director. And they were able to go around the whole of Cape Coast Municipality and vaccinated all the dogs they could.
The stray dogs especially.
And even those they could catch, they vaccinated them. And asked those who would take the stray dogs and put them in their various houses.
Would you say same for the capital city?
Oh, for the capital city, you know, Accra is so cosmopolitan that carrying out things in Accra is much more difficult than other places.
How can we make it easier?
It can be easier because it can be easier. For example, I, as the head of public health, I've collaborated with the AMA Director of Public Health, Dr. Sinsim Bating. We went around, arrested cows that were just roaming around in town. But we had to seek permission from higher authority before carrying out that exercise. So it can always be done. It can always be done. We have done it before.
Is it a case of inadequate vet doctors in the country?
But you know, so far we have very few veterinary doctors in the country. We are not even up to 80 in the country, the whole country. But we are lucky in Accra, in particular, we have at least up to about 14 veterinary doctors. But not all are working in the municipality. In the municipality, you have their various sections, like you have GAIS, GADIS, and all those. So they have their various veterinary doctors. So they will also have to go to their district assemblies.
So as a country, we need more vet doctors.
We even need two, you know, we need over 1,000 veterinary doctors. But so far, we only have about 80.
Why? Because we don't train more doctors, or people are not interested in it?
No, it is not like that. It is because since independence, veterinary medicine was the only profession which was not offered in Ghana. It was the only thing that was so expensive that Kwame Nkrumah could not establish that particular university. But we thank God that since Professor Amin's time, we have opened 2 new veterinary schools for Ghana. One in Science and Tech, one in Legon. But
are they staying as vet doctors, or we end up seeing them in other professions?
Oh, when they come out, we have 12 each in each class. So we'll be the first batch. This is a 6-year course. So the first batch will come out this year. So
there is no interest to, if you have only 12 students in each class, 2 classes, that makes it 24, and we need over 1,000 of them.
Yes,
you said?
With time we need to get more, but we also need motivation so that the veterinary doctors don't run away.
I guess. I really have to go now, but here's my final question to you: the human anti-rabies vaccine. We already know that Kolebu has its portion now. How about the rest of the country?
Okay, I will not be able to talk much on it. One of the things why I'm related to the human anti-rabies is that I said the public health head of public health, whenever there's a dog bite case, and when it becomes critical that even my colleagues is not able to get the anti-rabies vaccine, they will follow me.
You're drawn in.
Then I'm drawn in, and then I have to get in touch with Kolebu so that they will let that person have access to the human anti-rabies vaccine.
Dr. Pleasure talking to you.
Dr.
Boy Bashiru Kikimoto is head of public health, and he's also a veterinary doctor.
Yes.